There was one last job to do before we could launch the boat, and that was to paint the name on the transom. It is now quite late in the season, and we had to watch the forecast to choose a window in the weather between the wet and stormy days to dry her in the water. And so early one fine, frosty, cold morning, we pulled her out of the shed and got her ready to take her down to the lake. Max, as ever, was very keen to get going. I guess I'm taking a little bit of a risk including this in the video because I'm a bit rubbish at reversing down a ramp, but also the car is very old and predates luxuries such as reversing cameras, and also the driver's side window no longer winds down, so I can't stick my head out the window to see what's happening behind, but we seem to make it okay. And then, at last, she was in the water, and as usual, Max was the first one aboard. I took the boat around the little jetty so that Catherine could jump aboard, and then we started off by just having a little trip down the river. We stopped just to check that there was no water coming into the bottom of the boat, and we were very excited to find that the bilge was in fact empty.
Whakataka te hau ki te uru, whakataka te hau ki te tonga. Kia mākina kina te uta, kia mātaratara te tai. E hi ake ana te atakura, e tio, e huka, e hauhu, tihei, Māori ora.
I dropped Catherine and Max back on shore to get some video from the land, and I started a motor upriver up towards the lake, and they followed my progress walking up along the water's edge. It was such an incredibly calm day that we hadn't thought there was a possibility of having a sail. But looking up ahead towards the lake, there seemed to be the hint of a breeze. And once I got further out, there was indeed a few knots of breeze, enough for a perfect first sail. As the afternoon drew on, the sun started to set, and with the fading light, the wind also started to drop away, but it was enough to take us back to the mouth of the river. It was just a wonderful afternoon out on the water, and I felt so lucky because it was just everything I could have hoped for a first sail.